What's up everyone? My name is Ben Gravy. If you're new to the channel, I am a semi-professional novelty wave hunter. Right now we're sitting in the back of my semi-pro master winter wave hunting excursion vehicle. And today I'm going to go over some tips, tricks, and just an overall how to be prepared for cold water surfing if you want to surf when the temperatures get low this winter. All right, so obviously the main ingredient to going surfing is the fact that you are going to need a surfboard. Now, in the wintertime, an equivalent to your surfboard is a wetsuit. So when the water gets cold and you have to strap on a wetsuit, gloves, boots, and your hood, you're gonna add a little extra to your overall weight. I did an experiment last year that proved that sopping wet in a wetsuit, you can weigh up to 10 pounds more. All right guys, right now I'm weighing in at 184.8. This is before the wetsuit is wet. We're gonna see how much this thing weighs dry. I'm up to 190.4. It's almost 6 pounds extra. Now we're gonna get this thing wet and see where we lie. Down the front. All right, here we go. Wow, 193.2. So when I surf, I usually ride a surfboard that is about 30 liters in volume. Now, volume is pretty much the density of the foam and how much buoyancy you're gonna get out in the water. But in the wintertime, I ride a board that's up to 32 liters in volume. So pretty much what I'm saying is, because I'm wearing extra rubber and I could potentially weigh up to 10 pounds more, it's not a bad thing to maybe buy a board that is a little bigger, a little more buoyant, and just overall more floaty for you to surf this winter. Once you have your board and you're ready to shred, next thing you're gonna wanna look at is wetsuits. The wetsuit game is actually pretty simple. It seems like it's something that gets complicated, but overall you're just gonna want a 5'4" wetsuit, 5mm boots, and 5mm gloves. Now, depending on how gnarly you're planning on getting this winter, I also have a 6mm wetsuit with 7mm boots and 6mm crab claw mitten gloves. My technique for wintertime surfing with the wetsuits is, if I'm gonna surf multiple times in one day, I bring all my gear. Right now I have 3 wetsuits. I have 2 5'4s and 1 4'4. I have 2 pairs of 5mm boots, 1 pair of 5mm gloves, and 1 pair of 6mm gloves, and then an extra pair of 7mm boots. I bring all that stuff with me. I put it in a Tupperware container and it fits it pretty easily, and if some of the stuff's kind of wet, it stops water from getting in the rest of my car. So pretty much the idea there is, every session that you surf, you're gonna have a dry wetsuit. Drying your wetsuits is key. When I'm home, I hang all my wetsuits and boots up on the fence where the sun can hit them, and I hope that they dry by the next time I go surfing. If I'm on the road, I bust out my Maloo rack, I hang it on my rearview mirror, and I'll hang my wetsuit right outside of my car. Those things work wonders if you're on the road. So now that you have your surfboard, a dry wetsuit, you're ready to shred. I have a big van. In the back of this van, I have a plug-in heater and I have space to change. I know that not everybody who goes winter surfing is gonna have a big van to do this with. So something that you can do if you don't have a big van that you can change in the back of is turn your car on, blast the heat, sit up in the front seat, and you can change into your wetsuit in the front seat of the car with the heat blasting. Works wonders. I did it for years before I had this car. You got your board, you got your wetsuit, you're loading up the car to chase a winter swell. One of the main things that winter surfing is about is staying warm. I always bring at least one coffee with me, sometimes two. I'll fill up some thermoses that keeps the coffee warm all day long. So I'll put 2 thermoses of coffee right in the front center console next to where I drive. So between sessions, or even in the middle of a session, I can hop out of the water and I can drink some coffee and keep myself warm. If you don't want to drink caffeine, you can easily do this trick with hot chocolate. Also, don't forget to stay hydrated. This is not only a rule of wintertime surfing, this is just a rule of life. Always drink water. I keep H2O with me at all times.
And that's what I call high quality H2O.
Another good tip for wintertime surfing is the fact that it is freezing outside. The wind on the beach is fierce. Any extra layer that you can bring is a plus. I wear long underwear, I wear sweatpants and then pants, I wear 2 pairs of socks. I always keep a pair of gloves in my car. I always keep extra beanies in my car. I always keep an extra winter coat in my car. I am not kidding, guys. The other morning when I went surfing, it was 25 degrees out. My girlfriend Jordan was filming me with a blanket on her. It was literally below freezing. Now, you're not always gonna have a girlfriend that wants to film in freezing cold conditions. And I don't even always have a girlfriend that wants to film in freezing cold conditions. So, another good way to get footage and document yourself, if that's something that you're gonna do while winter surfing, get yourself a GoPro. I have a GoPro with a mouth mount that I take out in the water, and I get some beautiful wintertime barrel footage and just awesome, beautiful scenic stuff, because our water here on the East Coast in the wintertime is gorgeous and just pristine looking. Other than that, you can also check out the Solo Shot. I have the Solo Shot 365 optic. I put that thing on the beach. It follows me my entire session. When it's 15 degrees out in the middle of February and the waves are pumping and you got nobody that wants to stand on the beach and freeze their ass off, take out the Solo Shot. You can get yourself some epic footage. Besides all this, we're gonna have to make sure that we have actual waves to surf. So if you don't know how to look at predicted swell forecasts, you can check out swellinfo.com, surfline.com, magicseaweed.com, and you can type in your basic region, and maybe it even has your home beach on one of the websites, and you can check the swell forecast. Now, depending on where you are in the world, the winds are going to mean different things to you. I happen to live on the East Coast of the USA in New Jersey, so when the winds go west, that's a good thing. That means that the ocean and the waves are going to be clean. Now you need to figure out where you live, what type of wind is blowing offshore to give you those crispy, clean, pristine overhead barrels. Now, Swell Info has a very basic way of breaking stuff down, and it's red, blue, and green. Red is obviously choppy, blue is semi-choppy, and green is meant to mean that the ocean is clean. However, don't trust Swell Info 100%. Sometimes Swell Info will tell me that the ocean is red by my local beach, but I will go on to another weather app and I'll look at the wind direction, and they don't exactly know which way every beach faces, so they're just kind of going off of the basic layout of the state. So there's beaches that face north, beaches that face south, there's beaches that face east, and even west. There is all 4 directions, at least in my home state. So no matter what, I can actually find a clean wave. It's just a matter of if the waves are big enough for me to surf these spots. Just check your local winds, maybe on the weather app or something like that, because the surf forecast site could be telling you one thing, and meanwhile your boys are scoring out front and the wind's offshore. I mean, hopefully they'll call you, but that's not always the case. Sometimes I forget to call my friends because the waves are so good that I just run out there and surf. Overall, this was the easiest way for me to break everything down for you guys. Make sure you always check the water temperature to know what kind of wetsuit you're gonna wanna wear. Where I live, sometimes the water's in the 30s, but sometimes it almost gets up to the 40s, and I can actually shed a couple millimeters of wetsuit and feel a little more loosey-goosey while I'm out there in the lineup chasing those tubes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this how to be prepared for cold water surfing guide. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer them. Let me know if you guys want any more how-to videos or any more in-depth stuff about surfing. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you out there. Guys, one thing I failed to mention, if you're getting a little older, like me. I just turned 30 this year. Another beneficial thing that you can do in the cold is keep yourself loose. It is true that cold weather tightens your body up. I'll wake up in the morning some mornings and it's 20 degrees out and my back is killing me. Got a lot of inflammation in my body from prior activities or just living life. That's just how our bodies operate. So I keep myself very limber. I stretch 5 minutes a day, every day. I stretch my hamstrings and I stretch my quads 5 minutes a day, every day. And then I use my Theragun to keep my muscles loose. I also see the chiropractor about once or twice a month. If I stretch the night before a big swell, it helps me out in the morning very much. My back doesn't hurt when I wake up. So invest in yourself in this life. You only get one life. So it pays to be limber and it feels good when you're out in the water. I'll tell you that. You ready?
Oh, we have to go get somebody at the dog pen.
Where are you getting in? The passenger side? Got that? Look at this guy. Oh, yeah. This guy's a genius. I'm blowing twinkle toes, dude. Here, I got that for you. Dude, I'll tell you right now, there was a time period when I used to have to just lift you up in here. Nice. Legend. I'll see you later, Larry Legend.
Thanks.
Big Bob. Crushing the game right now. All right, Nub Nation. Today we have put ourselves in the exact scenario that I just described, except there is no winter storm. It is dead flat, but there is also no wind. So we're gonna go try to charge a couple waves, have some fun, taking out the 9-foot Wave Bandit Ben Gravy model. And I'm gonna shoot on my solo shot like previously described. This is falling perfectly into the category of being prepared for cold water surfing. But it's 50 degrees out today, so not that cold. But the water's still like 40. So, freezing. Wish me luck. Let's go have some fun.
We can find something to do with it.
I'll wear it. But this is just like my dragon costume, dude. These things weigh a lot.
Yeah, you don't have to wear it today.
No, I'm wearing it, bro. Why not? Why'd they have to do this to me? An XL, you claim? Extra small, maybe. It's only December and I already can't fit into an XL. Pineapple power! Oh my god. know I've been saying this for a while, guys, but it never disappoints to paddle out and go surfing and catch a couple waves. No matter what, as long as you don't allow your expectations to ruin it, surfing can always be an awesome time. It can always be fun, and it can always be ultimate stress relief. I was having a stressful day, worrying about a bunch of stuff I should not be worrying about, because I got a lot of big stuff coming up at the beginning of next year. Just a surf session just makes me feel so much better. So I am stoked, and guess what tonight is? The Heritage Christmas party. So let's go see what's going on over at Margate Heritage. See what the boys and girls are up to over there. We're walking in Heritage holiday party, and I used to get wasted at this party. Go to Maynard's after, go out for the rest of the night, get home around 4:30 in the morning. So I feel very happy that I'm going to this party sober.
I brought the tree. The Grinch stole it, but I brought it back.
That's your husband?
Hey, no. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you? You guys ready to be depressed?
I'm back. Can't kill me.
Talk to me.
What's our percent off on the Ben Gravy apparel from Guest Surf? If you want to take some sweatpants like that.
Big dog coming.
This is the birthday boy, yo.
What's up, Coach?
Where is it? Standing in there?
Get your photo, dude.
I don't want it. You want this? Dude, claiming the coach on Ben Gravy.
Where you going?
Ben Gravy, we're gonna go check out my music machine.
Same block, right? A bit of confusion. Crooked straights they are. Bunch of red, bunch of blue. Per hose.
Mike's calling your name, dude.
Mike's calling me in. One time Ben Gravy for the dreams. Oh, brother. Thank you, shower.